Yes, he left Guha. He left Guha also, and then he crossed Ganga. There, Ramji was resting under a banyan tree. There, and he was thinking of Ayodhya and the agony of his father. And he was he told to Lakshmana, please return. If if Kaikeyi Mata is not looking Kausalya Mata and Sumitra properly, not taking care of them well, there is nobody to take care of them, so please you go and stay with them. But Lakshmana said that I and Sita Mata cannot stay without you. We will be suffering like a fish taken out of water. So I want to stay and serve you both for all the 14 years. So Ramji was convinced, said okay, we will start our journey. Next day when the sun has risen, they started their journey. They reached a place by the evening. When the sun is going down, they reached a place where Ramji was listening a sound, crashing sound of water. Then he realized, oh, definitely this is the confluence. Because earlier also when they came with Vishwamitra, they saw the confluence. So he understood by the sound of the water, and he said, definitely this is the confluence. And the confluence is called, the junction, meeting of two rivers is called confluence. The meeting of river Ganga and Yamuna is called Prayaga. We are in Prayaga, and near Prayaga there is a sage living. His name is Bharadwaja, and at a distance they saw the smoke. So then Ramji said, Lakshmana, we will walk towards that, because anyways it is the sun is going down, so they have to stay. So they went there, and they said to the disciples that they have arrived, and they asked for the permission to enter into the ashram. Then the disciple went inside, and they got the permission. At that time they saw Bharadwaja Muni. Bharadwaja Muni is a very, very holy sage, and he is performing the sacrifice. So that is why the smoke is coming out there. When they went, he was actually he was absorbed in deep meditation. After a while, he saw them. Then Ramji, see how nicely he introduces himself. He said, he bowed to him, and the three joined their hands and took his blessings. And then he said, we both are Dasharatha's sons, and she is Vaidehi, the princess of Videha kingdom and the daughter of Janaka, and she is my wife. And I have been exiled from the kingdom. See, he is not saying that, not complaining about Dasharath or Kaikeyi, as if he is talking about himself. I have been exiled from the kingdom, and I have to live 14 years here only in the forest. So please suggest a good place for all three of us to stay. Then Bharadwaja Muni offered them Madhuparka. It is like honey and yogurt is mixed. That is a sweet. And few delicacies also made from the wild roots and fruits, because they are also ascetics. Obviously they also eat fruits and roots. Then he said, I heard about your exile. He knew what has happened. There is no Ramji's mistakes. He knew that. So, and I am awaiting for your arrival. When you left to the forest, I know that you will come here. And you can, this is a secluded place. Means this is very far. Nobody will come here. So you can stay here for all the 14 years. You stay with us. Bharadwaj Muni is offering. But Ramji said that out of love, and still this place is near Ayodhya. So out of love, Janapadas and people from Ayodhya may come here, and it will disturb the serenity of the hermitage, because they will be always meditating. There should not be any hindrance or any disturbance for them. So that's why you suggest us a good place, so that because I am with Sita, so suggest us a very nice place so that she will also be happy. He said. Then he thought for a while and said, from here 60 miles away there is a place called Chitrakuta. That is a mountain where you will have everything, and that place is very very sacred and peaceful, not because it has many trees and all. Many rishis, there are many hermitages and rishis do tapasya there, and many rishis attained moksha. So that's why the aura is there, the positive vibrations will be there, that is very peaceful. And it has all kinds of fruits and flowers, and it has many rivers there, and the place is so colorful, and troops of monkeys, herds of elephants and troops of deers roam around freely, and there are no wild animals which will harm you, and it is free from forest fire. So that's why you can go, and Sita will be very delighted, because when she see the blossoms and different fruits, she'll be happy, and the lakes, river springs are there, no? Then Ramji and Lakshmana, they just imagined and they thought, okay, we will go, very nice. But the Bharadwaja Muni said that you stay here only to this night, and then tomorrow morning you can start. That night they stayed there only, and Ramji and Bharadwaj Muni, they discussed various topics. And next day, when they were about to start to Chitrakuta, Bharadwaja Muni blessed them, like how a father blesses his sons and daughter-in-law. He blessed, and he said the route to Chitrakuta Parvat, and there will be, you have to cross river Yamuna. After that you will find, and the path will be very clear. There you will find one big banyan tree by name Syama. It was there for many years, and it is very sacred. So let Sita offer her prayers to the tree, and then you continue your journey, he said. They took leave from Bharadwaja Muni, and they started their journey. Then they had to cross the river Yamuna. They made a raft out of the bamboo trees and all. They made their own boat kind of, the raft, and they crossed the river Yamuna. There Sita Mata was feeling very exciting. She was delighted to see there the swans and the cries of peacocks and the water. She was looking at the water also, and she was surprised to see many kinds of flowers and fruits. She had never seen them. So then Ramji said to Lakshmana, whatever you offer, whatever is liked by Sita. See, if she is liking this flower, you get them a bunch and give her. They want to make Sita Mata happy. So with what they have. So obviously Lakshmana was doing the same. That night they stayed there. Next day they started up to the hill by foot. They reached. There they saw Valmiki ji's ashram. Kids, do you get any doubt? Because when we started Ramayana, Valmiki ji was staying at the banks of river Tamasa. But here on the Chitrakuta Parvat, they are saying Valmiki ji's ashram was there. So there were, in Ramayana book they have written that when Ramji visited, he was staying at Chitrakuta. Later he shifted his hermitage to Tamasa river, the banks of Tamasa. Okay, then Ramji, Lakshmana, Sita Mata, they took blessings from Valmiki ji. Valmiki ji welcome. Huh. Yeah, he knew. Valmiki ji knew Ramji, Sita Mata, but for a very short time. See, they just visited, and then by looking at the surroundings, Ramji said that Lakshmana, we will stay here only. Erect a hut here. And Lakshmana knew how to construct a hut, it seems. Right? Otherwise he cannot. Immediately he fetched logs and many dry leaves, and he constructed the hut in a way that it will not move for any wind and all. That was so strong and beautiful, it seems. And it was not far from the water also. Nearby there was water also. a beautiful hut was constructed by Lakshmana. Then Ramji, Sita Mata, Lakshmana, they invited all the gods and they did Vastu Puja. Then they entered into the hut on an auspicious moment. This is what is happening with Ramji and Sita Mata and Lakshmana. But what is happening on the other side? The Sumantra is still waiting there on the other bank of Ganga. At the place of Guha, still he is waiting because he is expecting Ramji to return with him. So it's been 3 days already. So now they knew from the spice of Guha. Guha had some spice. So they were updating to Sumantra and Guha what is happening. So they realized, okay, already they have erected the hut, so Ramji will not come. So Sumantra was in distress, but still he was disappointed, but he has to convey the message, right? Now he took leave from Guha and he returned to Ayodhya. His mind was not at all happy. Now he has to face Dasharatha, who is expecting Ram with him. So he has to say this news. So with that note, the Sumantra returned to Ayodhya. Let's see what happened in Ayodhya next week. Okay.